The only way what's going on in Ottawa can be called the trial of the century is that after only a week, it's beginning to feel like 100 years. The details lack fascination. Enlarging a photograph, for example, of Barbara Bush hardly outpaces one of those old heritage minutes. You know, the one comatose voiceover, woodland squirrel hides nut. Doesn't really grab. Squirrels will camouflage their nuts, and senators will enlarge their hero photographs. That's just nature and the laws of the patronage habitat. Now, it's far, far too early to say whether Mr. Duffy will stand or fall from this trial. But even in these early and monotonous days, one thing is clear. If even half of Mr. Duffy's defense holds true, the portrait of an elite body cocooned in a deep fog of soft, contradictory, and unenforced rules daily obscures its few remaining wisps of patronage or support. This was the body, recall, routinely since its birth, referred to as the chamber of sober second thought. Interesting, that stress on sober. To claim a second thought, sober or otherwise, it is at least necessary to have a first one. And on the showing not only of this week, but all the many years before it, the Senate offers little claim to thought of any kind. Outside, it seems, how to spin its gossamer rules or use them as a blanket for behavior any normal citizen would think simply beneath him. The Senate reminds me of an old battleship that was decommissioned and sent out to be sunk, its day long past, the hulk useless and barren. However, when the Navy got the ship out to sea and fired salvo after salvo on its rusted and feeble hull, holes in it above the water and below, they couldn't sink the damn thing. No one wanted it anymore. It was good for nothing. But nonetheless, even under heavy, repeated fire, it stayed, annoyingly, afloat. The Senate is that ship. Its glory days are in the night of history. It's been for decades primarily a penthouse plum for party partisans, bagmen, the favored dog's bodies of big politicians, and a gold star retirement home for the idle and well-nourished. However, the real blast is yet to come. Not only the other trials, but the report, likely nuclear, due next month, of the Auditor General. The expense dealings of over 100 senators have been combed through. That's likely to do for the Senate affair what Sheila Fraser's did for sponsorship. Warm the camembert, chill the champagne, pass the crackers. I suggest as epitaph, punctured by Duffy, sunk by the Auditor General. For The National, I'm Rex Murphy.